Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to welcome you to our team's final presentation for our data project, Reporting for E-commerce. I would like to introduce my fellow members. First, Asal, Hlip, Dilmurat, Sasha, and myself. My name is Andulka. Firstly, I would like to introduce our project owner, Expandis. Expandis is a company which provides marketing consulting to smaller to middle-sized enterprises in e-commerce. In collaboration, our second project owner is company Targeto, which is a software provider of customer data platform for automated mailing campaigns, which this eShop uses. We, as a team, have been hired by them to create a new concept of reporting where we will take customer and view it as an entity. So to provide you a bigger picture, let's imagine you are a small business owner like Daniel in our example. You are trying to sell shoes online and uses both Targeto and Expandis to utilize their services to improve your business. Now, lately, you have noticed that your expenses have been increasing, and to find the core of this issue, you go to Expandis to seek advice. Now, after further evaluation, Expandis finds out that Daniel has been too focused on acquiring new customers and, in result, neglects his most profitable customer base, which are loyal customers. Now, you may be wondering, why are loyal customers so important to the business? For your answers, I will let Asel explain furthermore.
Okay, thank you. So now let's address the profitability problem. Here you will see approximate numbers in Czech crowns from the retail pharmacy industry. The issue is that marketing services from Google, which Daniel typically uses to acquire new customers, are becoming increasingly expensive. In fact, he spends more on acquiring a customer than he earns from the first order. Usually, he doesn't even start making money from the second order. Finally, the third order from the same customers begins to make a profit for Daniel. That's why it's really important to retain loyal customers, because they generate real profit. At this point, you might ask, what is our solution?
And now, as you can guess, we're going to take a look at it. But firstly, let's quickly discuss Daniel's situation. First of all the statistics with useful insights and visualizations, they come from Google Analytics, which with current state of GDPR restrictions and regulations cannot offer Daniel the necessary information he needs. Secondly, Targeto's newsletter campaign analytics can only provide Daniel with general information on clicks and orders. So it also fails to satisfy his need in useful information. That is why we came up with our solution. Right off the bat, our solution can distinguish new and loyal customers in the form of revenue ratios. For instance, how much money has Daniel made back in 2022 from new customers and back in 2023 from loyal customers? Also, it will be capable of displaying useful business metrics from different time perspectives, as well as the ability to compare them to one another. Thirdly, last but not least, Daniel will get in-depth overview of Targeto mailing campaigns in the form of different graphs and ratios. By doing this, Targeto can individually approach Daniel's business and make the most out of their campaigns.
Now that you are already familiar with all the actors of our solution, let's take a look at how does it work exactly. So, Targeto takes data from a customer, for example, ours, Daniel eShop. Then they prepare them and store in their Snowflake. From this point, there is two ways for data to go. First one is already existing one. It is Targeto mailing reporting. So they post the results on their website for each of their customers to see. And next way, second way, is where our solution comes to play. We take data from the Snowflake, and then, using our chosen BI tool, which is Metabase, we create our own reporting, which is then also will be posted on their website, but behind the paywall, because our project is planned as a premium extension to Targeto. Next step, in case eShop have some problems with analyzing those reports, or perhaps need some additional consultation with marketing, they go to the Expandist, and Expandist provides them with those informations.
Thank you. And as an example of our report, we're presenting to you our various graphs from the new and loyal customers dashboard that illustrate different useful metrics such as total revenue or orders and share of revenue of or orders from the new and loyal customers, and compare these metrics by different filters and in different time periods, such as months, quarters, half years, and years. And now let me tell you several words about validation of our project. First thing first, validation is about testing. So Targeto will test our solution on several of their existing customers, including Daniel's eShop. Then second step is implementation of this service as freemium to all their clients to try. And as a result, our solution will bring unique proposition on the market.
You might be wondering, what is the future of our project? There you can see the list of possible improvement that might be already implemented till the end of this year, of course, if the testing of our prototype will be successful. Firstly, we would like to expand our solution with expenses so that we can calculate such important metrics as customer acquisition cost, for example. Then there is clustering analysis so that eShops can tailor their mailing campaigns specifically to their list of customers. And then last but not least, we have plans for loyalty program evaluation so that eShops can control the performance of their loyalty programs. That's all from us. Thank you. It's time for your questions.
Okay, thank you. I will start maybe not with a question, but with a challenge. Like, I like the presentation, the form. It really got me in the beginning, but honestly, I was expecting something more. Like, the only thing that you are telling that you want to do a segmentation to new and loyal customers, but it's not the whole point of the business. You need to get a new customers, then make them loyal and keep the loyals. And I need answer for this, honestly, not just to see that I have new and loyal customers.
Thank you for the question. I just want to say that in our case, Expandist clients and Targeto clients, they haven't had any variance whatsoever. So our solution is basically the analytics and reporting. So they can, like, with the help of this solution, they can see their data with the help of dashboards and graphs. Before it, like, it was not possible for them. So from that point of view, I guess it's really useful for them.
I would like also to add that those things that you asked about, they are rather a standard in the reporting to the small businesses, but this view from the loyal and new customers is some sort of innovation from our side, and so we like to stress this part of our solution in our presentation.
Okay, but still, I will use school definition. Business intelligence are technologies and processes to support management decisions. How is this supposed to support my decision in business? To see how many new and how many loyal customers do I have?
You can use this information to create, for example, as we work with Targeto, specific mailing campaigns to, for example, increase interest of loyal customers that we already have, and rather not to spend so much money on customer acquisition using Google Ads and other ads that you can buy online, so that you just switch the focus from finding new customers to maintain your already existing base of loyal customers.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. My question goes to the costs. So what is it gonna potentially, I think he was called John, yeah? The guy that was selling the shoes. So what is it gonna
Daniel.
cost him to have these additional dashboards to play with?
So we had some discussions with CEO of Targeto and Expandist, and we decided that initial price would be around 5,000 to 15,000 Czech crowns per customer per month.
But of course, it will be more precise after the testing and finding feedback from those whose the solution will be tested on.
Mm-hmm. And what prevents the customer from just, or the client from just doing this analysis on their own? I mean, it's basically, in the end, it's just a dashboard, yeah.
Yes, basically, you're right. But we work with the small and medium businesses that might not already have any reporting. So we provide them it's as a service, as additional service, because they also use mailing in Targeto. And so that they already sent half of their data to the Targeto, and Targeto as well might provide with reporting the further analysis.
I would like to mention that because of the fact that we're dealing with small to middle-sized businesses, they don't really have that much money to provide themselves with Power BI or Tableau. So our solution is running on Metabase, which is open source solution. So we cut on cost in that direction.
But Metabase, as an open source solution, needs some professionals to work with it. So Targeto will provide also with these professionals.
Also, thank you for the presentation. When I was looking at the chart which was showing the share of new customers and loyal customers, I was wondering, would you then interpret it as good or bad, or how should your user know if the level of loyal customers is optimal for them?
So we were orienting on the specific threshold of new with loyal customers. It is around 40 to 60. So 40% of loyal customers and 60% of new customers.
But of course, it depends on the industry that this store particular is coming from.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi. I'm more interested in the Snowflake part. Was it you who created it or set it up, or was it already inside of the company?
It is already part of the Targeto, so we just extract data from Targeto, from the Snowflake that Targeto owns and maintains, and we just made some data preparation for BI tool, like creating some new views in this Snowflake that already exists, and then connected it to our BI tool.
And it wasn't part of this picture of the architecture, but how do you ingest the data into Snowflake?
So all the data from the Snowflake, so all the users, all the clients of Expandist and Targeto, they have their data stored in Snowflake. So I guess they're getting them from their ERP systems. And when we started to work on that solution, we have already had the base of some tables, some information to work, and then just on top of that, we created some views and logic behind to then visualize it in Metabase.
So you created only the views, right?
Basically, yes.
And transformations, yes.
And so what was the hardest transactions or the views you created? The most difficult one?
I would say that the most difficult was creating view about new and loyal customers, because there's a specific logic how we count who is new and who is loyal customer. I would say it was the hardest part.
Okay, thanks.
You actually focused on the... it will be very fast. Okay. So you focused on the dimension loyal versus new. Why did you pick it over the value of the customer, either predicted one or historic one?
It was a requirement from the Expandist that we work on.
Okay, thank you. I told you it was fast.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions.